Hey everyone, I'm Alex. Welcome to our channel and welcome back to another Creating Good Roblox clothing template video. Today's video is part 3 in my small series, so if you haven't checked out part 1 or part 2, please do so, especially if you've not created a Roblox template before. For those of us that have watched part 1 or part 2, or you are already fairly familiar with how to create clothing templates, let's carry on. So with the Dino update imminent from Adopt Me, I decided to use that as a theme, and we're going to create a couple of shirts and a pair of trousers with some boots that are kind of dinosaur slash fossil slash excavation themed. So they're going to be that khaki kind of safari, almost Indiana Jones feel to them. Let's start with the shirts, and as ever we start with creating our template. So here is one here I've done earlier, and the first thing really we need to do is sort of decide what our base colour is going to be for our shirt. So we're looking at that kind of dinosaur fossil theme. We're taking that khaki colour feel to it, so I've gone with this kind of mid to light, almost sand brown I guess you'd call it, colour as our base. So once we've decided on the colour, we need to start adding our detailing. So I would always recommend the first thing to do is any kind of detailing like pockets, buttons, cuffs, all those sorts of things. That's where I'd start with. So I will show you what that looks like here. These are really simple to do, so you can create your own shapes, draw on top. You can search the internet, do image searches, and kind of edit and cut and paste bits and pieces in. So if you see for the body section here, I've kind of got these little pocket details, like a center seam, cutouts for the head here and here, and then I've had kind of like a bottom sort of detail here, and then just some bits across the chest and through the back, just to lift it up and give it a little bit more depth to it. And then for the long sleeved arms, the shoulders here, I've just added some little detail in here. So I don't know if you're familiar with these types of shirts, but you can sort of, they do have these little sort of, I don't know what you call them actually, not lapels, but I don't know. These things that sit on the top of the shoulders. And again, you've got little arm pockets, and some buttons and seams and sort of cuff finishes here. Once we've done that, we can leave it here. I mean, that would look quite cool on its own, but we want to add a bit more sort of texture to it. So once we've done that, then really I'm adding this detailing here. So you can see this, this lifts it right up. This adds loads and loads of texture. So this sits on top of the of our detailing we've just done. And again, you can find these online anywhere really, these kind of clothing textures specific to Roblox. They do have a transparency to them, so you see that colour come through. And again, I've just pasted this over the top, so if I highlight it here and I move it around, you can see what it looks like. And effectively, that's it. That is done, and then we just upload that as it is, and away we go. And for the short sleeve shirt, it is pretty much the same principle, except for we want to add our transparencies, so we get that short sleeve effect. So as you can see here, this is one I've done earlier, already complete. I've just shortened this off here. I've shortened this arm detail off, and that is all we need to do. And then we're going to the pants template. So the first thing we need to do, again, we start with whatever colour you want. I've used the same colour. As you see here, I've added kind of a trouser detail to it, so some pockets, again some seams here. You'll notice that these areas are blank, there's nothing here. The reason for that is we're going to be adding some boots to it, which is probably the trickiest part of creating certainly any template, and certainly for the trousers. And I'll show you what that is now. Well, first thing, actually, we add texture because we want to add the shoes on top. So we add the texture like we did for the shirts. Exactly the same principle as before, as you can see. It is exactly the same template, in fact. And then in terms of adding the boot, this is the hardest piece. So at the bottom here, we've got like the sole, the outsole detail here. And then the front of the boot, either side, and the back, or the heel area here. The trick really with this is in terms of, you can do it two ways. You can draw your own, and then what you'll need to do is make sure that when you're cutting it apart, you want to make sure that everything kind of joins up through here all the way through. This is the tricky part, and effectively the same, you mirror that the other side. Or the other thing you can do is you can, which I've done here, is you can grab some images of the boot or the trainer, whatever it is, the shoe that you want to use. Again, you have to get sort of views for the front, the sides, the back, and then manually chop it apart to make it fit. So you'll see for the front and the back's fairly simple. It's the side bit that's the trick, because obviously you can't go all the way through, so you kind of have to find your cutting point. So where you think the back will start, where you think roughly the front will start, and make that all flow through. It's a lot of trial and error, I will say. So if you don't get it right first time, don't get stressed about it. Just be patient. I would say start really, really simple. You don't even have to put laces and things like that. Just start with basically just simple colours. So we just make it, instead of having like a straight line through, just use a simple colour or two colours and kind of make it flow through, add that detail, add that curve to it. Some trainers kind of pop up at the heels. You can make that pop up slightly and down, and then add like a colour onto the heel and run that colour through and play around and see what works and what doesn't for you. So all that's left is to upload these and see what it look like. I've already done that. So let's go take a look. So here I'm in the create section of my Roblox account, and you can see the short sleeve shirt here in the 2D view. If I go to the try on, you can see how it looks on my avatar. I've already got the trousers on with the boots, as you can see here already. And it looks kind of cool. I quite like the look of that. You can see the texture really, really come through, and also the detailing. You can see the detailing in the trousers. You can see the detailing in the boots. And then now let's take a look at the long sleeve. Very, very similar to the short sleeve, and looks equally cool. And now we'll have a look at the trousers in 2D. So here are the trousers. You can see the boots look really, really cool. You can see the pocket details here as well, and the side seams. We've already seen those on, but we'll do the try on anyway. Oh, wrong way. And then we try and have a look. You can see there in a bit more detail how it looks. Last thing we'll do, I'm going to show you what these look like in game, so you get a really, really good idea of what you get as a final product. So I'm going to load up the game, and we'll see you in a sec. So here we are, we're in game. We're in the studio that I've made in my house glitch area. It's sort of an ongoing project for those of you who've not caught up with some of my earlier videos. So this is like a little studio I've made here. It's a very, very big glitch area I'm working on at the moment, so lots of video updates coming up on that over the next month. So keep subscribed and keep up to date with those. Let's take a look at how this clothing looks. So we'll select the avatar, and there we go. So that is the long sleeve version. So you can see the trainer detail, the boot detail, depending on what you want to call it, really, really comes through. The shirt looks really, really cool. We'll go around the side and have a really good look at that. And yeah, it works pretty well, I think. So overall, I'm pretty pleased with that. The only thing you'll notice that doesn't tend to come through is the toe area here on trainers and boots. It's a bit of a tricky one to work with, to be honest. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the effect. And I think for the dinosaur update that's coming up, it's going to be a really, really cool looking theme. So that's it. That's all you need to do. I hope you like this video. If you've got any requests of different clothing you want made, let me know by leaving a comment. Give me a big thumbs up, smash that like button, stay subscribed, and if you do, make sure your notifications are turned on. If they're not, you won't know when I've uploaded a latest video. Stay safe, stay lucky, bye bye.